When it comes time for you to add your text to your image, I want you to first find a background image. Obviously, you're going to go up on Google and check whatever image you want, whether this is an image of a landscape, an image of a person, a self-portrait, a cityscape, nature, whichever it is you are. This is just completely up to you for as far as choosing a background image. When you find your image off of Google or whichever search engine you're using, you want to save it to your computer. Once you open up your SketchPad to add your image and text, you want to first go over to your little blank page right here. You'll see a little, almost looks like a blank paper. You can click on that and it'll give you some options to choose your file. I want you to place into right here and then hit place into again. It'll come up where you can, an area where you can choose the image that you are going to be working with. For my image, I'm going to be working with the city of Philadelphia. So this is just a little cityscape that I chose. You can hit open and it'll come up right here. Notice right away you may have to make it a little smaller depending on the size of the image. So you can just click and drag and make it smaller or any size. If you want it zoomed in, certainly feel free to do that as well. So here's my image. Make it a little bigger. Place it where you want, and that's what I'm going to be working with my background. Again, you don't have to have a cityscape. This is just up to you. Now we have to add our text. So if you look at the top here, a simple T for text. You can hit text. On the side here, you'll have the option of choosing the font. So whichever one that is completely up to you, you can do that. And then also it'll give you some options to add some color. Here I'm just going to choose a yellow. You'll also have options if you want to get a little advanced and add some gradients, which are patterns that would be in the text, or also like default patterns here. But for my sake, I'm just going to add color, and I'm going to hit that back button and choose my font. You can also add an outline there, and you can change the font size and opacity right there, so that's up to you. When you're ready to put your font on, you want to click wherever it is that you want your font. You'll notice a little square will come up, and you can make your font size here. It's up to you what you're adding. It really doesn't matter to me. This is just more so practicing how to add the text to the image. For me, I'm just going to add Philadelphia, PA. I'm noticing now that it just looks a little too small for my personal preference. So I'm going to go down, I'm going to highlight that and make it a little bigger. Make sure it is highlighted, and you can drag and notice it'll get bigger, smaller, whichever it is you want to do. Once you have your text, you can either keep it right there or you can move it around. I'll keep it up in this top corner. I'm noticing that it is a little dark, and I can see that my color here is bright yellow. If you check the blend down here, it says darken. Make sure it's on normal. That'll lighten that up for her. Alright, and once you get your text on there, you're going to go ahead and save it. But before I save it, if for some reason you find that you're not liking what you added, you can just click on the image, highlight it, and hit delete, and it'll go through and delete it. But I'm happy with it, so I'm going to retype that in there and keep it. When it comes time to save, you're going to find that little disk right there, hit export. It'll give you a few options. You want to hit download. That'll give you the option to have the JPEG, which is very important for this lesson. You'll hit download. It'll download right away to your computer. Once you're done, you can open up that and rename it so that your last name is on your image, and you can go ahead and upload it to the lesson. If you have any questions about any of the steps that I have in this video, please feel free to middle message me.